Hello, everyone. So today we're going to go over distance and displacement. And distance and displacement, this is going to start a new unit on motion. So I'll define motion in a second, but motion has to do with stuff like position, speed, velocity, acceleration, momentum. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to cover, all about tracking motion. And I'm gonna do my best with the audio. Unfortunately, I'm recording while my children are sleeping and during a thunderstorm. So I'm gonna do my best here. All right, so let's talk about motion position. So what is motion? Motion is telling me that a change in position has occurred. And what is position? Position is an object's distance and direction from a reference point. So what is a reference point? A reference point is a starting point to describe an object's position. So a good reference point is easily found and described. So basically, when it comes to motion, motion tells me that something is moving. I think a lot of us know this by that word motion. Motion implies that there's been some sort of movement. And when I say something is moving, that means, well, there's a starting point A and something has moved away from starting point A. Maybe it's gone up, maybe it's gone down, left, right, forward, backward. There's been some sort of change in position from that original starting point. So that's what we mean by motion. So we're going to look at stuff like speed and acceleration, but today we're just going to look at distance and displacement and talk about the difference between these two things, and talk about how to measure these two things. So distance is the total distance or length that an object travels. Displacement is the distance only between the starting point and the ending point. Or you could say it is as the crow flies. Oh, so these sound like they should be the same. Let me show you the difference between the two. So let's say that we have someone that starts walking from point A, and here is point B right here. Okay, let's say that his path is not a straight line path. Let's say he walks all the way kind of in a curved line. Okay, so his distance would be the length that he travels. So he's traveled all the way here. So this is his distance. If I followed that red line all the way around, that would be his distance. Let me make that a little bit nicer. So this is his distance. His displacement would be the straight line path between the starting and end point. So that's his displacement, is the distance between the starting and the ending point. So here's displacement. So I hope that the difference between those two things makes sense. If you follow a line that is not straight, your distance would be the length along your path. Displacement is the distance between the starting and the ending point. So it says as the crow flies, because like if you're traveling on a road and there's a possibility you could just fly over it, or your displacement would be that flying distance. Now let me give you one more example. Let's just say, for the fun of it, that here's point A and here's point B. And let's say that you just walked straight across in a straight line. your distance and displacement, can you guys guess? Your distance and displacement would be the same. So the distance would be the length along this line, and displacement would be the same. So if you take this, if you walk this or drive or whatever, the shortest path between 2 points, your distance and displacement would be the same. That'll come up in a little bit later here. Okay, so let's do some examples. So here's a baseball diamond. The distance between all these bases are 90 feet. And it says, what is your distance? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. That's not professional. What is your distance and displacement between a single run, a double run, a triple run, and a home run? Okay, so let's look at this. So a single run, if you don't know your baseball, that's fine. A single run is just when you go from, let me make this line a little bit thicker so you guys can see it on the video. And I'll make this line thicker. A single run is when you go just from home base to first base. That's a single. Make it a little more clear, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I make this clear here. So from home to first base, that's a single. So it's asking, what is distance and displacement? Remember, distance is the length along that line. So since it's 90 feet between bases, it's 90 feet. Displacement, I have to look at this distance between just the starting and ending point. So starting point is home base, ending point is first base. Well, the distance between those two bases is not just 90 feet. I'm going to skip over double because that's actually one of our bonus problems. I want to give away the solution to that one. I'm going to do triple though. So what is the distance and displacement for a triple? So again, single, the answer was 90 feet for both distance and displacement. In fact, let's keep let me keep the answers here. So I'll pause the video while I get this set up. How about that? All right. Okay, here we go. You got a little better setup here. So for a single run, the distance is 90 feet. Displacement is also 90 feet because you're just going from one base to the next. It's in a straight line distance, hopefully. A double, you're traveling to the first and second base. So the distance is 180 feet because you had 90 feet plus 90 feet, that's 180. But then the distance between the home plate and the second plate is a little bit harder. You need a little math trigonometry there. I'm not going to give that away in case you want to attend the bonus problem. So, but the displacement between double would be the distance between home plate and second base. Anyway, but so let's talk about a triple. Triple would be first from home to first, and first to second, then second to third. So I'm traveling 90 feet, 90 feet, 90 feet. So 90 times 3 is 270. And if you don't believe me, you can try it on a calculator. That's basically 9 times 3 with a 0 at the end of it. So 270 feet would be your distance. And what about displacement? Displacement. So I'm looking at the distance between the beginning and the ending point. So, okay, let's just look at the beginning. So I began at home plate. That's where I started. And I ended on third base. So here's beginning, here's ending. Well, the distance between beginning and ending is just 90 feet. So even though I've traveled 270 feet, the displacement or the distance from where I started is 90 feet. Remember, just the displacement just means distance between the starting and the ending point. Okay. So let's do a home run. Get rid of my circles here. Home run is you cover all the bases. So you go from first to second, second to third, and then third to home, back to home base. That's where you actually score a run. Okay, so you've traveled across all four bases. So 90, 90, 90, 90, 90 times 4 is going to be 360 feet. Not asking you guys to do this math by hand, by the way. I definitely encourage you guys to use calculators if you can't do it in your head. And then the displacement. Okay, so let's think about this. Displacement is going to be the distance between my starting and ending point. Where I start on home base, I also end on home base. So if I start and end on the same point, that means I really haven't gone anywhere. Okay, yes, I have gone somewhere, but in the grand scheme of things, I didn't really have any productivity. I didn't really go anywhere. All I ran around, but I ended up on the same place I started. So my displacement would be 0 feet. So all that means is that my ending point and my starting point are the same. When my starting point and ending point are the same, that means I have a 0 displacement. I didn't really go anywhere. So here's distance to displacement. And by the way, this little question mark here, let me just make sure this is clear. Between second and home. And that way, in case you guys do want to try that, you can try this bonus problem. So there's a chart for distance displacement for a 90-foot baseball diamond for single, double, triple, and home run. Okay. So let me show you your first assignment here for today. So here's what your first assignment's going to be. You guys are going to do the same questions, except you're going to do a softball field. The only difference between that softball field and a baseball diamond is that the length between bases are changed. So instead of 90 feet between each base, it's 60 feet between each base. So I'm asking, so and there's only 4 questions. What's the distance for a single run? What's the distance for a double run? What's the displacement for a triple run? What's the displacement for a home run? And then your bonus question is, what is the displacement for a double run? Told you guys that would be your bonus question to figure that out. If you can, again, it's not required. So that's gonna be one of your assignments for today. I think it's your last assignment. And that's all we're going to cover with distance and displacement today. If you have any questions, let me know. Please be looking for another video when we talk about speed and velocity. Thank you so much for watching this, and you have a good day.